The 2011 National Alumni Association Joe Belle Memorial Award is presented to James Scott Murphy. In the engineering profession, Scott Murphy, a 2001 mechanical engineering graduate, is known for his work at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, where he has the title of Chief Engineer for the flight test program of the X-51A, which in 2010 made the longest ever supersonic combustion ramjet-powered hypersonic flight, reaching a speed of Mach 5. In the Dayton community, Scott is known as the founder and chair of UpDayton, a volunteer project to help the region better attract and retain young talent. Combining the analytical mind of his profession with a flair for public speaking, he has won community support, enabled volunteers, and brought together young creatives from across the region. Artists, engineers, teachers, architects, and others, including some people not so young, but dedicated to Dayton. Although the transition from a manufacturing-oriented economy might suggest fewer young people in the Dayton region, Census Bureau numbers for 2008 showed an increase of 18 to 34-year-olds in the area, a trend UpDayton is dedicated to continue. In 2010, the Dayton Business Journal named Scott to its list of the top 10 most influential people in the Dayton region. His passion for UpDayton reminds us of Joe Belle's commitment to community and giving back in the Marianist tradition. The National Alumni Association is proud to present Scott Murphy with this year's Joe Belle Memorial Award.
I usually try and lower expectations before I talk, so that's going to be an interesting challenge. I want to first and foremost start by saying thank you to the University of Dayton for this tremendous honor. This really does mean a great deal to me, and I know how much work goes into an event like this. It's been a special day for me, so thank you for that. I'd also like to congratulate my fellow award winners this evening. It is an honor to be included in such a talented group. I want to, of course, thank my family, my wife Megan, my mom and my dad, my sisters Michelle and Danielle for their great support. I often joke that without my wife, I'd just be a nerdy engineer that sits on the couch too much, which I still do from time to time. In addition to the many great things that Megan is to me, she's also a great catalyst, constantly pushing my limits, encouraging me to try new things, and constantly encouraging me to stay challenged. And as you know, staying challenged is so important to evolving as a person, so I'm pretty sure without her I would not be standing here today. Over the past week, I've been thinking a lot about my UD experience and how my time at UD has shaped my post-college career and the eventual person that I became. And you know, one of the things I keep thinking about before I came to UD, and we were talking about it at the table, is I had this dilemma about whether to pick engineering or to pick English or to pick theater for my major. So pretty wide range of possible focus areas, and I had this conversation with my mom before I came to college, and she said, well, pick engineering, and then you'll get a job post-college, and then you can go focus in, you can get involved with whatever you want to get involved with, because you'll have the flexibility. So thanks, Mom, you're right. As we all know, one of the special things about UD is that we don't just educate our graduates to just be specialists in their fields, but also well-rounded people. I've relied on this foundation not only in making the switch back and forth between the work I do in engineering and the community work, but also within engineering and my community work. And I'm very thankful to have attended a university that places such great emphasis on graduating well-rounded people. UpDayton, the organization that I've helped found, was in many ways built on beliefs that I learned to be important during my time at UD. In UpDayton, we believe in the economic power of our region's universities, and that the future success of our cities is interlinked with the success of our universities. and that the key to unlocking the region's potential is in retaining the people that we educate. In my time at UD, I met so many talented people, and while I stayed post-college and several of my friends stayed, also several of my friends did not. And that's not their fault, and that's not necessarily anybody else's fault. We have to give graduates a reason to want to stay here. And providing that reason is what UpDayton has been all about. Through my UD experience, I learned about the importance of internships. In my sophomore year, I connected with a co-op job at Wright-Patterson through the university's Career Center. And at this job, I connected with a really great mentor, really a life-changing mentor. And this internship really changed my trajectory, both in my attitude towards the things I was doing at school and also in the engineering profession. And it also connected me to the technology area that I'm still working today, one that I've been fortunate enough to be a part of through the record-breaking flight of the X-51. I learned how an internship can actually bridge the connection between a local student and a local employer and actually change the perception that a student might have for his or her city. And finally, at UD, we pride ourselves about taking great pride in our university and the strength of our community. And UpDayton is about creating community and rebuilding pride in the Dayton region. We encourage young people to get involved and roll up their sleeves and get involved. And our message is that we all have a responsibility to shape the community in which we live. UpDayton is about empowering young people to make positive change in our community. And I can't think of something more consistent with the UD spirit than that. I just want to finish up with one real quick story. Back when I was a sophomore at UD, all the students in the engineering department had to take a class one of the activities in the classes, we took a personality test. It was like Myers-Briggs or something like that. And on the day that we were going over the results and discussing the various personality types, my advisor, Dr. Kevin Hallinan, in the Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering Department, he asked me about my personality type. And, I responded with whatever letter combination I got. Those things are like alphabet soup. It was INF something. And now for any faculty members out there, or really anyone who interacts with a young student on a regular basis, if you ever doubt the impact that you can have by what you say or what you do on a young student's life, don't. Because I can still remember very clearly today what Dr. Hallinan said when I told him of my personality type. He said, "Oh, that's a leader's personality," which kind of surprised me at the time, and over time it sort of changed the way that I thought about myself. And obviously it was important to me because I still remember it today. So when I was asked to speak tonight, I was asked to talk about how my time at UD influenced my post-college career and the person that I became. And this story with Dr. Hallinan was just one in many turning points that I had at the University of Dayton, important moments that I remember and eventually impacted the person that I became. And in terms of tonight's talk, there's just no way I could cover it all. I want to again thank the University of Dayton for this tremendous honor, and I hope I can live up to the terrific example for which the Belle Memorial Award is named. So thank you very much.